Fried chicken, fried kamaj loaf, 1 chicken all day, 4 loaves, 2 kamaj all day.
You're at the pass, right? And then the pass is where it all kind of comes together. We can make or break somebody's experience. Bread is hot, the yogurts are looking right, hot kebabs are coming off the grill and going to the table quickly. To cook for somebody, it's almost like the next step, right? It's like you're not just a random person. Now we're sharing something. If I want to take care of somebody, I cook for them. If I want to show them that I care about them, I cook for them. If I want to leave them with a good impression, I cook for them. It's my language. It's also like a sense of trust, right? That you trust me to cook for you, that you trust me to take care of you. At the end of the day, we know that we share something now. I feel like I'm not serving traditional Iranian food here. I'm serving Iranian food through my experiences, and served with a sense of place and a sense of, where are we? And I'm not in Tehran. I'm in Brooklyn, and I'm not going to change the cuisine. And my goal is not to change the cuisine. It's to do what I think is the best presentation of who I am as a chef, and how I can show a different light on the same flavors and the same dishes that have been cooked for thousands of years.
Go Octo, table 13. Picking up 1 more chicken solo, so picking up 2 chickens. Picking up kamaj loaf, same plate.
When I visited Iran a few years ago for the first time in 30 years, very much a roller coaster, seeing the house that I was born in and grew up in no longer there, and like the whole neighborhood changed, and my Farsi's not that great after all these years, but it was like coming back to me. I was like starting to remember words and like phrases that I hadn't said in a long time. The trip to Iran was very kind of emotional and challenging. But the people, like, wow, so much kindness, so much heart. I think the more difficult parts of the world you go to, the more people's been through hardship, I think the more generosity you find.
So you ready? Jump on the line.
Our kebab kubida was always something that I was like interested in and wanted to learn. What cuts do they use? How much salt do they put in? How much onions do they put in? How much saffron do they put in it? When I was in Iran, I watched it. That was one of the things I really kind of wanted to learn, and I talked to a lot of chefs. And I remember being in this one kebab place, and the guy pulled out like this giant skewer. This thing was like this wide, this tall, and he like put a kebab on there, and he's like, "You want to try it?" And I tried it. I couldn't do it, and the guy's like, "So you've been a chef for 20 years, huh?" So we are going to prepare kebab kubida. For our kebab kubida, we're going to be using Australian Wagyu brisket and Colorado lamb shoulder. We are going to season our kebab kubida mixture with kosher salt, ground black pepper, and my favorite ingredient, saffron. It's really going to give it a beautiful color and a nuance of flavor. Let those flavors hang out for a little bit. Iranian food and onions are hand in hand. You can go to Iran and sit at a kebab restaurant, and they'll bring you a half of a raw onion to eat with your meal. Next, we are going to grind the onions. Then we're going to mix our ground onions with our meat mixture. The meat's nice and cool because it's been sitting in the freezer and is ready to grind.
We're a restaurant that's serving food that is very dear to people and they have memories from, and especially when you have a big diaspora that a lot of them had to leave Iran, and their memories and their food is very dear to them because sometimes that's all they have left, right?
Every culture has that sizzling meat off the fire, that common man staple meal, right? You know, you can go eat this and you're gonna be happy and go on back to work or go on with your day. And I have respect for dishes like that, you know? The style that we settle on is called lokma, which means bite. So each press of the hand is supposed to be one bite. You really have to like dedicate some time to nailing this dish, you know?
Having that char flavor in a dish is really a part of our flavor profile, and it's unique. It's something that you really can't get without having a live fire. And to taste the smoke in something, you know, my cooks always go, oh, they look like that looks burnt. But it's not burnt, it's charred. And you can hear it too. And hopefully when you're taking it off, you hear that sizzle, that sound. It's a very dear sound to me.
For me, still is like, what food do I put on the table? And what do people think about it? Especially when you do what I'm doing, where I'm like twisting and changing a cuisine that's as old as time, and people that have enjoyed it through the hands of their mothers and their grandmothers. And here I am messing with it, for lack of a better term. I think my life has been defined through my relationship with like family and food, but also being an immigrant. I was born in Iran in 1979, which was the year of the revolution, and where really my path changed before I was even born. Being young in Iran during war, it was the Iran-Iraq War in the 80s. Our life was challenging, but I have the best memories around the table, and my mom really kind of taking care of us and feeding us in a time where it was hard to get, you know, basic staples. And I remember standing in line for a chicken, where you get a little coupon book, and you go and you stand there and you hope that you got a chicken before they ran out. You open the fridge and you look in there and it looks empty. And you'd be like, oh man, I'm hungry. She's like, you guys want something? And I'd be like, yeah, but we don't have anything. Like, sit down. And like 30 minutes later, she's got this like magical meal, and you're like, holy crap, how did you do that, you know? Those memories now are like what drives me, is like, yeah, I gotta make sure I'm doing this and I'm doing it right.
All right, let's go to table 3, Kamaj feta.
I lost my mom last year. She never saw me cook like Iranian food, professional. She never got to see any of this. I wish she had. You open up her pantry, and then I open up my pantry here, and it's like so similar. You know, I know I'm on the right path. Eyval focuses on my background as a chef and influences that I've had throughout my life, and reimagining Iranian food through that prism. The eggplant dish we have on the menu right now is kashke badamjun. Kashke badamjun is a classic Iranian dish. It's usually served like a dip or something that you would like scoop up with bread. We take that same idea and we serve it with like whole roasted eggplant. I remember someone else asked me, like, how'd you come up with this, you know, cured yogurt, dried mint, walnuts, and fried onions and garlic? How'd you come up with that? I'm like, I didn't come up with that. This is like an ancient kind of Iranian recipe that's been around for longer than I have. There's a really cool olive dish in Iran called zaytun parvada, and it's olives with walnuts and pomegranate molasses and garlic and mint. Right now we have that olive dish with some beautiful yellowfin tuna that we quickly grill on the charcoal, and for me it sinks. It's really cool way to like serve that olive dish on something that I don't think you would ever eat in Iran, right? It doesn't make sense to probably serve yellowfin tuna in Iran, but here with our sense of place and what we're able to get, it makes sense for us. And it's a way to introduce that olive dish to people who perhaps maybe wouldn't have tried it. And if you're Iranian, you've always had this, you're like, hey, what the hell is this guy doing? Putting it with the tuna, let's try it to see if it's good or bad, right? So then they're looking at their own food in a different light.
All right, let's go to tuna, table 7. That's kind of what's cool about this restaurant, is all those things kind of come with me, you know? You know, people always say, you know, is this an Iranian restaurant? I'm like, this is more me, you know? This restaurant is kind of a reflection of me, and that's kind of hard to explain sometimes till you really kind of dig deep into it and go, okay, maybe that makes sense, you know? That's what this guy is talking about.
My name is Priscilla Carrillo. I'm a chef here at Eyval. I work with my husband, Ali. We share responsibilities and the process of creating the food.
I love working with my wife. I don't think we would be where we are today if we didn't work together.
I really enjoy and appreciate that I found someone that I can share my passion with.
I always was impressed of how amazing chef she was and how she worked and how she carried herself.
I was born in Bogota, Colombia. I feel like my mom, if she cooks for you, she really cares about you and she really loves you. And I grew up seeing this, and I feel like that's my love language, just cook for people that I love. It makes sense that now we're doing this and I'm doing this with my husband, and I just grab all that love that I have for him and my family, and that's what I try to put in the dishes. And I hope that people feel that love when they try the food here at Eyval. You're gonna talk? Do the talking?
Do the talking. How about I do the talking and you do the
Mix it?
cooking part? That's how it usually works. I do the talking, you do the mixing. All right, ready?
It's kind of our thing. We'll be exhausted. We'll be like, man, what the hell's wrong with us? Why do we do this for a living? Then on our night off, we'll go out and eat somewhere and be like, you know what would be a good idea? If we take this and mix it with this.
Okay.
Butter, lentils.
Butter, lentils, and then raisin dates. Then rice. He's trying to approach his cuisine from his country, the flavors that he's familiar to, and show the world that you can actually do it, right? You can grab the things that you grew up eating and present them in a different way.
As we were in our first 3 months, we had spent all the money we had and there was no more funds available. And we were like, all right, we really have to downsize, but we're gonna stick to what we know and we're gonna cook the best food, but we're just gonna have to do it with less. I went back on the line, so Priscilla was on the pass, and I feel like at that point we like cooked the best food that we had cooked so far. It was just us. We were just gonna hang on to each other and like cooking our hearts out. It was literally like a week after that when we got the first New York Times article about us.
One day we got off service, and it was a particularly rough night. And we went home, we were just sitting in bed, and all of a sudden he's like, holy shit, we're in position number 26 on the New York's list. I'm like, whoa, what are you talking about?
To go from unknown, a few people come see us, to, yeah, we're getting busier. People are starting to notice us, and we might have a chance to survive. We were on the right path.
Thanks. Fire Sadiq, sauce on the side. Fire Kubida, picking up with 2 sabzis. Kubida with 2 sabzis. Pick up when ready.
When I give you a dish, I'm gonna be vulnerable when you're eating my food. At that point, I'm like a little scared, a little hesitant, a little worried, waiting to see if you liked it or if you didn't like it. Is all my hard work worth it? Do I make people happy? Do I show them that I care about them with my food and my efforts?
Can you let me know how table 3 and 2 are doing?
I think at the end of the day, you always want to like make your parents happy, and you want to make your family happy, and you want them to be proud of you. And maybe because I am disconnected from my family, because I'm an immigrant, and disconnected from my culture as a wider kind of whole, maybe I'm capturing a piece of that, a piece of, I feel like they're my people, and I want to make them happy. The times where I do feel like I'm on the right path is when I get like whole Iranian families that come here. It's usually an NYU student that brings mom and grandma who are visiting to eat Iranian food in Bushwick. So imagine the parents going, what the hell are we going there for? But they come, and then they call me to the table, and I see, 3 generations of Iranians sitting there. And, if we've done our job right, they're all happy, and they go, holy crap, good job. You are representing us well and introducing our cuisine to people that would never try it because they haven't had the chance. And that's when I get that warm kind of feeling that, all right, maybe what I'm doing is right.